Ready to turn your luck into instant cash? It's time to play Cash Yapweka on MBC TV1 and MBC Facebook page, Malawi's hottest daily cash raffle. To enter, just dial *4342*9# on your mobile phone. Enter your preferred number of tickets. You can buy up to 10 tickets for just 400 kwacha each. Enter your Airtel money on Pamba PIN. After the purchase, you'll receive a ticket ID via SMS for each session. The more you play, the bigger your chances to win real instant cash every single day. Tune in to our daily live raffle draws on MBC TV1 and Facebook page and see if you are today's lucky winner. Cash Yapweka on MBC TV1 and MBC Facebook page. Play, win. This promo is regulated by Malawi Gaming and Lotteries Authority, MAGLA. No persons under the age of 18 are allowed to play. Terms and conditions apply. Maluzinje! Fill your pockets with lots of cash through MBC2 on the go. Maluzinje! How to enter? Just dial *4342*10# on your mobile phone. Enter your preferred number of tickets. You can buy up to 10 tickets for just 400 kwacha each. Enter your Airtel money on Pamba PIN. After you purchase, you will receive a ticket ID via SMS for each session. The more you play, the bigger your chances to win real instant cash every single day. Tune in to our daily live raffle draws on MBC2 on the go and Facebook page and see if you are today's lucky winner. This promo is regulated by Malawi Gaming and Lotteries Authority, MAGLA. No persons under the age of 18 are allowed to play. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello and welcome. My name is Hilda Ngomano with the lunch edition of MBC News coming up this afternoon. President Mutharika makes official delegations in his office. Close to 4,000 housing units for security personnel completed across the country. And in sports, TNM Super League back in action this afternoon after the international break. Thanks for joining us. President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has delegated Vice President Dr. Jane Ansah SC to be responsible for disaster management and prevention. The President has also delegated Second Vice President Enoch Kamzingeni Chihana to champion the completion of Mombera University. A statement from the Chief Secretary to the government says the Second Vice President will be working with the ministries responsible for education, finance, transport and public works and others. The statement further says other delegations will be made to the two offices as the need arises. Vice President Justice Dr. Jane Ansah SC has challenged ICT professionals to uphold high standards of professionalism and ethics, describing these as critical elements in shaping Malawi's digital future. The Vice President made the remarks in Mangochi at a dinner organized by the ICT Association of Malawi to mark the official opening of the 2025 ICTAM Annual General Meeting and Innovations Awards. Owen Mabula reports.
The ICT Association of Malawi Annual General Meeting and Innovation Awards is a gathering of industry leaders, innovators and tech pioneers and technology pioneers organized to network, learn and explore new opportunities that can help drive Malawi's digital space. The association is recognized for its significant contribution to national growth through initiatives such as promotion of digital inclusion, supporting innovation to foster digital economy, just to mention a few. Speaking at a dinner organized by the association to mark the official opening of the annual general meeting in Mangochi, Vice President Justice Dr. Jane Ansah described the ICT sector as an important pillar that can help drive Malawi's digital economy if all professionals adhere to ethics, integrity, and responsibility as core pillars of their work.
Continuous training is the only way our ICT professionals can remain competitive, relevant, and ethically grounded in a rapidly evolving global digital landscape. I would like to encourage all ICT professionals gathered here today to seriously take continuous professional development. A strong profession is built on continuous learning, and ICT is one field where skills must be updated consistently.
And in his remarks, ICTAM President Clarence Gama said the association remains steadfast in fostering innovation that will help propel Malawi's economic growth.
Imagine a Malawi where technology and innovation drives our economy. A Malawi where the ICT industry is the biggest employer. A Malawi where the biggest generator of foreign exchange currency is the ICT industry. And where food is in abundance because agriculture is mechanized and farmers yield more by leveraging on technology. You see, these are not just dreams. This has already been achieved in other countries, and we're simply trying to replicate what the developed countries have done.
At the opening of the 2025 Annual General Conference, ICTAM also conferred a title of Champion for Digital Inclusion and Artificial Intelligence on selected individuals upon the Vice President. The 2025 ICTAM Annual Conference and Innovation Awards is being held under the theme AI for Sustainable Development, Advancing Malawi. Owen Mavula, MBC, Mangochi.
The Minister of Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism, George Partridge, says his ministry will undertake major reforms to boost Malawi's exports, which continue to decline. Partridge made the remarks in Lero during the launch of the Malawi Trade Report 2025 by the Malawi Export Development Fund. According to the report, Malawi's exports in 2024 fell by 7.1%, amounting to $958.5 million, while imports stood at $3.31 billion, resulting in a trade deficit of $2.36 billion. More in this report by Jinsisi Moyo.
Malawi's trade performance in 2024 showed mixed outcomes, with declining exports and a widening trade deficit, but also notable growth in services trade and increased engagements in regional markets. According to the 2025 Malawi Trade Report, the country's participation in global trade remains extremely low, contributing roughly $4 for every 100,000 United States dollars for global trade. Minister of Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism, George Partridge, says the findings should not cause despair, but rather motivate the country to accelerate crop diversification and value addition as key strategies for narrowing the trade gap.
There are other things that are on the ground that are not being fully utilized. For example, the acts that the PS was saying they were enacted in 2024. I think these were policy directions, but what remains is now to implement them. And the problem is that we are not implementing them, and this is why the trade deficit continues to deteriorate.
Board chairperson for the Export Development Fund, EDF, Ted Nankuma, stressed the urgent need for transformation in the export sector.
We are not doing well in terms of trade balance. We are importing more than what we are exporting. So this is something that we need to bear in mind ourselves. How do we ramp up our exports? Probably also how do we manage importation of goods? What are critical strategic goods that we need to import, and what should we be busy with import substitution? Because we know that most of the imports or some of the imports can be easily substituted.
Representing the private sector, William Pinganjira noted that the report provides financial institutions with clear insight into sectors that require targeted investment.
The report is quite informative because it shows us the growth areas that Malawi has potential in. And especially on the export side, which is very critical, obviously, for us in the financial sector as well, because financing, if we want to become more sustainable, we need to finance areas where that lead to more exports, and by respect, then we get the dollars, the rands, and whatever other currency, and we're able to sell on to our customers.
Despite the country's negative reflection on Malawi's export performance, it recommends moving beyond tobacco dependence, increasing investment in agro-processing and services, and taking full advantage of regional markets to strengthen the country's trade outlook. Chinsisi Moyo, MBC News, Lilongwe.
The Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development says over 3,972 houses have been constructed out of the 10,000 housing units government was set to construct for security personnel. Minister responsible Japi Mhango made the remarks as he responded to a question from Zimba South legislator Timbulanyi Najere regarding the completion of officers' houses at Mbangweni Police Unit, which stood at roofing level. Olive Piri reports.
On Tuesday, deliberations in Parliament started with questions to ministers for oral replies. The first set of questions went to the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. Member of Parliament from Zimba South, Emmanuel Timbulanyi Najere, asked the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Japi Mhango, to clarify on why police houses at Mbangweni Police Unit in his area have stopped at roofing level.
Government is aware of this situation, and every effort is being made to resuscitate construction of those units to ensure that they are completed, because it is the wish of this government that our men and women in uniform live in decent accommodation.
In his remarks, Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Japi Mhango, admitted that there was stagnation in construction works of most security officers' houses due to lack of resources and price fluctuation of construction materials. Mhango then pledged to mobilize resources from the Treasury to finance the construction of the remaining houses.
The Minister knows Mbangweni very much. It's a highly populated trading center, and we really need those houses to be completed as soon as possible. So maybe if he can finish his answer as to when the houses can be completed. I know he has got so much passion to have those houses complete because he knows the place. Thank you so much, Madam Second Speaker.
Thank you.
The Ministers of Health, Transport and Public Works and Homeland Security also tackled questions from various registrators. The Ministers of Health, Transport and Public Works and Homeland Security also tackled questions from various registrators. The House has since adjourned to Wednesday afternoon. Olive Piri, MBC News, Lilongwe.
The Ministry of Transport has pledged to work with local government authorities to capacitate local councils, enabling them to deliver on President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika's decentralization agenda. Minister of Transport Feston Kauba made the remarks in Parliament while responding to legislator for Rumpi West, Yona Mkandawire, who expressed concern that most councils are struggling to implement Constituency Development Fund CDF projects due to lack of competent personnel. Kaupa added that government will act swiftly to ensure councils have the technical capacity to handle multi-billion kwacha development projects without delays. More details in this report.
The call for competent personnel in local councils comes at a time when parliamentarians are complaining about projects that have stalled for years. Reports indicate that many housing projects, as well as construction of health facilities, roads and bridges, have stalled in most constituencies due to a lack of technical capacity in councils. Rumpi West parliamentarian Yona Mkandawire has since stressed the urgent need to address the issue.
We have projects that are pending. They are not finishing yet. We have the resources at the country. Now, as much as we believe decentralization is good, but we look at how the decentralization has taken place, we feel like maybe the road authority can take care of some of the roads at present until the capacity gaps have been filled in the councils.
Minister of Transport Feston Kauba has acknowledged the challenges most councils are facing in implementing road projects. He has since pledged to work with the Ministry of Local Government to capacitate councils with the requisite technical expertise to manage large projects.
Indeed, it's an issue that most of the councils don't have technical capacity to manage the projects, technical capacity to undertake civil works procurement. They lack technical capacity to manage the contracts, and as a ministry we've offered ourselves to support the Ministry of Local Government in capacitating the local councils that lack these kind of capacities.
Deliberations on Tuesday afternoon concluded with discussions on the President's address to Parliament, as well as the gruesome murder of a medical personnel in Blantyre. Trust Office, MBC News, Lirongwe.
This is MBC News, a reminder of our top stories. President Mutharika makes official delegations in his office. Close to 4,000 housing units for security personnel completed across the country. And in sports, TNM Super League back in action this afternoon after the international break. Welcome back. The Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Luana, has challenged extension workers and lead farmers to improve food systems governance in the country in order to achieve food security. Vice Chancellor for the university, Professor Emmanuel Kaunda, made the remarks in Kasungu during the opening of the training on food systems governance. Austin Fukula has more.
Professor Kaunda believes having improved food systems governance is a key enabler in dealing with climate change-related effects in the agricultural sector. This is why the university is training extension workers and lead farmers from Doa, Kasungu, Nchisi and Nchinji to acquire knowledge on improving food systems governance that can be transferred to farmers in their districts.
The farmers or the frontline staff must appreciate how complicated it is to bring food on the table. How do they make sure that there's synergy in the various players so that food eventually can be found important? So this training is very important for this to be able to appreciate the nitty-gritty, the sophistication that comes up when bringing on the food, and that's why it's about governance. So governance of any food systems is very critical.
Kasungu Agriculture Development Division ADD Crop Officer Lydia Nkandawire describes the training and the knowledge that extension and lead farmers will get as a prerequisite towards transformation of the agriculture sector.
We're aware that our extension workers are going to gain more information on how they can handle the food systems. Because when we are talking about the food systems, it starts from production. So as extension workers, they're supposed to know how to produce and for which market or for which consumer, so that whenever they are producing their crops or livestock, they have to know what market they're going to meet.
Kasungu, Doa, Nchinji and Nchisi are among the districts that produce a lot of crops such as tobacco, soya bean, groundnuts and maize. The country continues to seek improved crop production for exports with hope to address forex scarcity, which affects the capacity to see growth in the economy. Austin Fukula, MBC News, Kasungu.
South African-based health expert Dr. Basil Gold has called for a lifestyle audit in a quest to address global health challenges. The American doctor made the call in Lilongwe during a public lecture. He is in Malawi for a series of health lectures and patient visits. Details with our reporter, Foster Maulidi.
Dr. Gold notes that unnecessary usage of prescribed drugs and heavy usage of chemically processed foods are major causes of many chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and other heart diseases, hence the need for a quick change of lifestyles. Dr. Gold, who is also a known author, says the usage of organic food and medical products and use of pure treated water can help to reduce the health hazards, calling for lifestyle audits and mindset change.
We are killing ourselves by defiling our bodies. Even in the Bible it says, "He who eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation unto himself. For this reason, many of you are sickly and die. You have to remove all the things, the sugars and the jams and all the food. You must read your labels. Everything in our food chain is what causing cancer.
One of Dr. God's organic medical supplements beneficiary, Juma Ngunga, who says was healed from health complications that included cancer and diabetes, says change of lifestyle has helped him regain health and hope. Ngunga urged Malawians to embrace a regular body checkups culture for early disease detection to seek timely medical treatment.
I went to South Africa. When I arrived in South Africa, I met a Malawian professional doctor healing with the inside of a human being. When he saw me, he said, "No, I can treat you, but I'm not going to treat you. There's a man. That man is going to cure you." I started the treatment. When it was 1 week, I could walk alone with my wife to Joburg, do window shopping, but here, I was a dead man. I came back here in Malawi, I was all right. When I came, everybody was surprised.
Dr. Basil God is award winner author of books like How to Restore Health and Cure Your Complete Household, and also known for television health talk shows in South Africa and America. Foster Maulidi, MBC News.
The Department of Tourism says it is planning to expand the search for the South African tourist who went missing at Nyika National Park to a larger concession within the protected area. The development follows a series of unsuccessful search attempts for 72-year-old Gerhardo Albertus Jans van Ransburg, who went missing on 17 July this year. In September, the department announced its plans to engage sniffer dogs from K9, an arm of the Malawi Police Service, but the efforts have not yielded any results. Temba Mwale with the rest of the story.
17 November marks exactly 4 months since Gerhardus Rensberg, a South African tourist, went missing at Nyika National Park. Since the incident, the Department of Tourism, in partnership with several stakeholders, including Malawi Police Service, have conducted several search patrols to trace the missing tourists. One of the recent patrols involved sniffer dogs, which the department sought from K9, an arm of the Malawi Police Service. But according to spokesperson for the Department of Tourism and Wildlife in the Ministry of Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism, Joseph Nkosi, the 4-day search, which was conducted from 6 to 9 September, has not yielded any results.
Indeed, we engaged our friends from Area 30, the police headquarters, to help us with the search, and nothing new came out because they were there for 3 days, but their report indicated that no trace of the person was found.
As a way of stepping up the efforts, Nkosi has revealed that his department will expand the search operations to a larger concession beyond the site where the wife and the car were found.
We were normally interested in the area where the wife was found and where she indicated that the person went into that area. We now feel that it is important maybe we also search the other areas of the park. As you know, the park is big.
Meanwhile, Nkosi has appealed to tourists patronizing various wildlife centers in the country to adhere to formal and informal guidelines provided by officials to avoid similar incidences. For MBC in Mzuzu, this is Temba William Wale.
Mary View School for the Deaf in Chirazuru District has lauded well-wishers for their contributions and urged them to continue supporting children with special needs to enhance their educational outcomes. Speaking at a recent function, Headmaster Taleo Kazembe expressed gratitude to the Senior Citizens Association in Blantyre for their ongoing support, which he said not only improves the learners' academic performance but also contribute positively to their health.
This year has come at the right time because as Maryview School for the Deaf, we usually have food shortages because of the contribution that they make to the school is just too little. So the coming in of this donation worth 4 million, it will take us a long way. That will complete this term.
Senior Citizens Association's chairperson, Olive Chikula, highlighted that the initiative is intended to uplift educational standards while also fulfilling the moral and spiritual responsibility of helping those in need. The donation amount is 4 million kwacha.
One of our conditions within our constitution that once in the year we should have a charity week. So charity week, we decided to come to this place. I'm sure it will help them because like today, they didn't have tea because they didn't have sugar, but we have brought sugar. So you can see that the little that we have brought, it will help them for maybe a month or so. Normally what we would want to achieve is that we should reach out to the poor, to the needy, as one of our roles. The products that we have brought, they are worth 4 million. How we raise the funds, we had a fundraising walk, big walk, from ShopRite to the town hall in Blantyre. We expected to raise 10 million, but we reached that figure. So from the figure, we've taken 4 million to buy the food items. And we would like, as senior citizens, to thank all those people who helped us in giving their cash to help us manage.
The TNM Super League is back in action this afternoon after the international break. Anchors Songwe Border United, currently 16th, host fellow strugglers Mzuzu City Hammers, who are 15th at Karonga Stadium. 14th placed Mighty Tigers take on 60th placed Kamuzu Barracks at Mpira Stadium. 5th placed Karonga United travel to Obre Dimba Stadium to face Craig Sporting, while Mafco will host Blue Eagles at Champion Stadium. With that item concludes this edition of MBC News. A reminder of our top stories. President Mutharika makes official delegations in his office. Close to 4,000 housing units for security personnel completed across the country. And in sports, TNM Super League back in action this afternoon after the international break. For more on these and other stories, visit our digital platforms by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen. You were with me, Hilda Ngomano. Thanks for watching and good afternoon.
Catch the best entertainment for your whole family with Azam TV. Sports, movies and series, news across the borders, kids, documentaries and lifestyle. Music. And regional channels including Malawi. Azam TV. Entertainment for everybody.
Everyone dreams of a space where their business can shine. The Grand Business Park in Area 46, Lilongwe, is the heart of the action. Perfect for retail, corporate, or new ventures. Our modern units come in various sizes: 75 or 150 square meters, and 262.5 square meters or 300 square meters. Enjoy 24/7 security, ample parking, high visibility with easy access off Bypass Road, and